Hello and welcome to Little Blue Star. I'm Jane Allen and I'm an independent Stampin' Up demonstrator. Thanks for joining me today. This card is a masculine card and it's using the Hey Sports Fan DSP papers and there's a couple of just variations there. So let's get started. So first of all, I've got a base card and then a layer of, well, my base card is just white. And then I've got a layer of Night of Navy, which is 3 7/8 by 5.5, which just gives that little border of white around the edge there. And then what I've done is I've actually embossed it using the Spots embossing folder. Now this is a mini embossing folder, so it's that sort of 3-inch width, but you can use it on layers of card if you're gonna cover this bit up anyway. So excuse me, that's what I've done with this one. So I've embossed that, just popped it in there over to the right, and then obviously I'm going to cover that bit anyway, so it just gives another little bit of texture to your card and you get that nice dotty effect there. So that's what I've done there. So that's going to go on to there. Then I have got a strip of one of the papers. So this is like the baseball paper. Obviously they're all double-sided, so you can use the variations, but I've gone for this one here. And then I've cut that exactly the same as my layer there, and then it's 2 1/8 across, so, or thick, whatever, wide. So that's going to go on there. Now, when I was cutting out another project, I don't know if you do this, but I have bits laying on my desk where I've cut bits out and whatever, and then this bit here was obviously I've cut two of the rectangles, and it just reminded me of sort of a ticket strip or something like that, and I thought, oh, could I use that? And then what I've done is just covered it over my strip there, and to me it just reminds me, or I don't know, but it's like a little ticket strip. So that's what I've done on this card here. It's quite hard to see in the light, but that's what I've done on that card with that effect. Or you can just use it with the strip of paper without it on that card there. So with or without, but that's what I've used for this one. So I'm just going to glue that down, excuse me. Excuse me. And then I'll do that first before I glue it onto there, because I want to see if it overlaps at all. I'm going to glue that down. I'm actually going to put it at a little tiny bit of an angle, not straight, but obviously you can do that however you wish. If you want it straight, I'm just going to try and go just a little bit at an angle, like that, and then carefully, obviously it's a very thin piece, so you can just put little tiny dots of glue up the side, or if you're careful, just a tiny amount. You don't need much with Tombow, so that's the great thing about this glue, is it's super strong and you don't need much at all. So don't go overboard, because you don't really want that squidging out everywhere. So like I said, just tiny little dots all the way along. And then I'm going to line that up with my paper there, hopefully, just at the top. Push that down. And then once that's stuck, I can then just snip off the excess that I didn't use, or that's coming over the side there. There we go. Just another way to use your little offcuts of pieces, and as I said, it just sort of called to me and I thought, why not use that? So let's just glue this down on my layer. Just give that nice little border on the outside, and when you're happy, press it down.
There we go. And then for the sentiment, I have die cut another one of these rectangles, which is the stitched rectangles dies, and it gives that gorgeous little stitched detail around the edge there. Hopefully you might be able to see that, but I love these rectangles, and I've just stamped it in Hope You Have the Best Birthday, which is actually from this stamp set, Friendly Hello, which is a freebie in Celebration, and it's that sentiment at the top there. I love this set, it's really good, so if you haven't got it. And then that is my sentiment. And as I said, it was just pieces of DSP. So this is another one from the Hey Sports Fan DSP. So you've got the baseball on that side, and then the stars. As you know, I love stars, so I've used that side. That's just going to go there, and then the baseball that I used in this piece, I'm going to reuse the reverse and just have that behind my sentiment. But as I said, you can use any old pieces of DSP really, just any sort of offcuts or anything, just use those, and it uses them up nicely, so that's always good. You don't waste anything. Pop that on, you can have it at an angle, and then I might pop that up on dimensionals actually to give a bit of dimension. So I'm just gonna, oh, these ones are glued on and these ones are popped up on dimensionals just to give a little bit of dimension at the bottom there. And then for the other bit on the there's like flags here that you can the flags here you can see is actually from another piece of excuse me, the paper. So that's the other side, and then I've used some of the flags on here, so it's just a case of fussy cutting them out. So I'm going to grab this green one here, cut that out. Oops. Cut that out, and then just fussy cut all the way round. So I've just left a tiny little border going round. You can take more time when you do yours, obviously. I'm going to do it quite quickly. There we go. Excuse me. And then I'm just going to put my flag there. Now, behind, I did use a bit of baker's twine that I've got, which has got the green in it as well. So I might use that just to go behind my flag. Obviously, it just gives another element to your card, which is good. Tie that up. Doesn't really matter. And then I'm just going to pop my flag like that. So cut that off. Excuse me. And then a little glue dot to hold that in place. My bow. I'm going to put 2 on there because it's quite a thick piece of baker's twine that I've used. So that's going to go on there, and then I'll pop that over the top with some dimensionals, and that is roughly the whole card done. So I think it's quite effective. Hope you think so too.
and a nice way to use up your DSP that you've got. And you've got the element of the dots on there as well. I've done these. So you've got the nice dots, the texture there. And then that's going to go on like so. I might put another one on under there. So it's just sticking up there if you can see that. I'm just going to put another bit under there and cut that in half. And just pop that under there. Hopefully you'll be able to see that. Maybe peel that off. There we go. There we go. Cute. And as I say, it's a nice sort of a masculine card, sort of non-floral, that you can use up your DSP. As I said, I've got these two with the strips that I used and that one without. But it's just another way to use up your pieces on your desk, because I thought it looked sort of tickety. But there we go. Thank you for joining me today. I hope you enjoyed that. Give it a like and subscribe if you haven't done already. It's free to do so and it really helps me out. Okay, see you again next time. Bye.